Over 43 years ago, God planted in the hearts and the minds of a group of people to gather together and to start a church right here in Northern Virginia. And so they did, and they called that church Christian Fellowship Church. And since that time, and every time since then, there's been this commitment to move whenever and wherever God asks. 3 years ago, as a leadership team, as a congregation, we began to ask this question: what would it look like if our church left Data Center Alley here in Loudoun County and put ourselves right in the middle of a community? And so we began to pray and we asked God to show us where we should go. And He led us right here to 44505 Atwater Drive, Ashburn, Virginia, right at the intersection of the One Loudoun and Ashbrook communities. And as we heard from God to make that move a year ago, we asked us all as a community to reimagine what would it look like to be a community that became indispensable to the community around us within 5 years of moving to this location. We called that vision Reimagine, and we gave it 12 different parts that broke up into 3 sections. 1, building up our church community. 2, reaching out to our new community. And then 3, inviting our new community into this location. And we asked you to consider what changes you might make in your life to walk along in that vision. But little did we know how much change we would all need to make in the near future. This last year has been a challenge in so many ways for all of us. As the virus has hit our community, has hit our state, has our nation, and hit the world. We've changed where we work, we've changed how we gather, and we've even changed how we look at making an impact in the community. So as we as a church leadership looked at our vision and we looked at Reimagine, we said, what parts of that is the most important parts to emphasize during this unique time? And so we looked at the part of what it looked like to build up our church community and to reach out into the community through this time of July 1, 2020 through June 30th, 2021. And so right now, whether or not you have ever heard about Reimagine, this could be your first time, or you've heard about this 50 times, what I'm asking you to do is again think about what would it look like to engage into this vision. You know, we still need to build up the people who call this place a church home, even if there's a virus hitting the whole world. Just because people aren't going to come into a building right now in the midst of this time, it doesn't mean that we don't need to reach out to our community and make a difference. In fact, the needs of that community only continue to grow. And so now, what my prayer for me and what my prayer for you is in this moment is that you will listen to God and you will respond to Him as we all continue to walk on this journey that, yes, has changed in ways that we couldn't have expected just a little bit over a year ago. But no matter what change happens in your life, happens in my life, or happens in the life of this church, the good news is this, is that we can trust Him, as we say all the time, and we can invite the one who's able to immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine into this process and watch Him do what only He can do.